like the album usually reflects the life or the life situation of an artist. In which way would you say is the Rasmus now reflecting your personal situation?
Well, I think the new album obviously is reflecting our feelings, especially the feelings we had last summer when we were writing the songs. We had quite intense 2 months. Last June we came all together. Like the guys, Eero has been living in Italy, and the guitarist Pauli, he lives in Singapore. So we were kind of spread out in the world, and we came together in Helsinki and started playing every day at 10 o'clock. We came to the rehearsal room and had coffee for 3 hours before even touching the instruments, and really like intensively playing the new songs. And then once we had the songs ready, we just called our friend in Sweden, a producer guy, that what do you do in October? Like, we come over to record, and everything was really simple compared to the last album we did with this American great producer, Desmond Child. But you know, things took so long time. We recorded the album for like 8 months, 9 months or something, you know. I kind of like to keep things fresh and move more spontaneously, you know. It's not the end of the world, you know. There will be another album after another. It seems like that, since we have been together for 18 years already.
You already said that you become more creative the more you write, but where did you get all those ideas for the songs? Are they personal stories somehow, or is it totally just art?
Most of the lyrics, the stories I write are based on my life experience. The guys are many times involved in the stories, since we've been growing up together for the last 18 years, very tightly, spending time together. But also I keep my ears and eyes open, you know, things that happen to my friends, and if they move me sometimes I write about them, or my hopes or my fears, you know. So it's kind of open field.
Was it different this time to go in the studio with a band again compared to your solo album, or did it feel just like the years before?
Well, working in the studio with the guys is pretty easy. You know, we've done so many albums together, so it's everybody's got their own place. Even in the rehearsal room, you know, I might bring the idea and play it with the acoustic guitar in front of the guys, and they're like judging my idea, and then Eero comes up with some chord changes maybe. You know, we just put it together, and the same thing goes on in the studio. You know, we try to have everybody hanging around all the time, and everybody wants to be there, you know, instead of like doing your part and then leaving, and you know, next one comes in and records something.
I think that also, like we had some ideas now in the rehearsal room that some of them were really old, like they've been around for many years already, and then we realized that we can use that one, and we have this new part here that okay, let's put them together and stuff. But I think that going to the studio was easier than ever before, because we knew the guy and we knew what we're gonna do. Like we had the songs ready. We didn't have to change much in the studio, so it was pretty. Laura did a lot of writing of lyrics in the studio, but
yeah, it was nice to work spontaneously and kind of quickly. You know, I was writing while Eero was doing his bass or something, you know, and it was all happening at the place.
Do you improvise a lot?
We improvise on this album more than before. Like the first single, I'm a Mess, it was written just the night before we left to the studio. I just said, hey, I have this very simple idea. Can we try this quickly? And we played it for half an hour max, and then everybody felt, oh, there's a lot of energy in this one, and we went back to the studio, and then somebody was like, hey, remember that song we tried the last night in Helsinki? And yeah, how was it? And then we like tried to put it together, and then I came up with one more part for it, and started writing lyrics, and I enjoy that feeling that, you know, you never know what's gonna happen. It's kind of, you know, living the moment is growing. Yeah, I think we went back in time about 10 years with this album. We started off as a funk rock band in 94. But around 2000, we were doing sort of similar music that we do now. And that's maybe a slightly poppier sound, more open, bigger melodies, kind of more honest in a way. We felt like we didn't want to have the big guitar walls there to fill up the space. We wanted to leave more space for the vocals and instead do like little guitars which had my interesting sounds and yeah, it's little step back in time with this album.
What was the reason that you did everything on your own, like without the producer, just the mixing guy from Sweden?
Yeah, we've been working with a lot of people around the world. Last album we did in America with Desmond Child, and that was the biggest production we have done so far. And it was a great experience. It was nice to meet him and work with him. We learned a lot from him, but especially we learned that we know stuff ourselves too. You know, I felt so strong that, you know, hey, we can do this. We've been around for 18 years. Just book a studio and we go there and we do this on our own. And that was a really great feeling that we didn't have to have people from the record company side to come over and have a listen and give their comments. Sometimes they might have good comments. I don't say that, but it's really different, makes difference, you know, if it all comes from the band and you don't have to listen to anybody. It's a strong vibe.